Alright, welcome to part 5 of 3x3 example solves. This is going to be the last video for color neutrality. So yeah, let's get into the first scramble. Okay, so I didn't see any pair here, unfortunately. Um, so I would normally go for blue cross. So my cross pieces are here, 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 and here. So I would just do an L to solve these two in relation to each other. D prime R2, and then D prime L prime D, and then I would maybe say this, so insert this, and then I saw these two, and then these two, and then this one, and then Olo, okay, second scramble. Okay, so I'm doing green cross here. So my cross pieces are here, 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 and here. And I can preserve this pair. So I'm doing a L prime to solve these two opposite. And then I'm going to do a D prime L2. So it solves these three. And then I'm going to preserve this with U and R prime. And then as soon as I do the D prime move, I'm going to rotate and then do the D prime move so that I can straight go into this pair. So like that, and then I'm gonna rotate and then solve these two into the back, and then this one, and then this one. So there are a lot of ways to solve this pair, but normally I solve it like this, and then it gives me this Olo and right hand. So yeah, let's move on to the third scramble. Okay. Okay, so I'm doing green cross here once again. So it's going to be a bit long solution. So I see this cross edge, this, and this. So and I see this red yellow pair. So what I'm going to do is, so for my cross solution, this edge will stay up here, and this corner, it will just stay here but in a different orientation. So I'm not gonna insert any cross edge. I'm just gonna take this edge out, and then so I took this edge out, and then I'm gonna do a U, so that it preserves this pair, and then I'm gonna do my cross solution. So these cross, and then D, R2, F, D. So it solves the cross, and then these two, and then I solve these two, and then I solve these two, and then I solve these two. So I usually solve, so from this angle I usually solve this pair like this, which gives me a dot oval unfortunately, but yeah. And then T term. Okay. So the fourth scramble. Okay, so okay, so I see that so I'm doing yellow cross here. So the cross is pretty easy, and I see this pair in inspection. And normally this case is a very bad case. So I'm just trying to figure out how do I make this case a little bit better. So my cross solution, so my crosses are here, 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 and here. So all these are gonna be like 2 gen, like RD. Sorry, R and with an F, but yeah. So I'm just gonna do an R prime, and then D. So it solves these two opposite, and then I'm just gonna do an R2 to solve these three opposite. And then before I insert this edge, so I see this pair. It's a very bad case. You don't want to get like make this case as your first pair. It's not good. So what I can do is I can move to a U prime, and then what it's gonna do actually is it's gonna, so when I do then F, it's gonna make this case a little bit easy, I guess. So I'm just gonna do an F, and then D2. So, and then, so this is a pretty nice case. So I'm just gonna insert this, and so I get this case again. So now I can, just spam TPS on this one. So normally you don't want to get this case as your first pair. It's not good enough. So I solve this, and then I see this pair. So, and then I see these pair. So this is gonna be my pair, all, and then J prime. And then there's a final scramble, I think. Seems like it. Okay. So this is the final scramble. So I see that I'm doing green cross here again. So, and I see that I can preserve this pair. So, and my cross edges are here, 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 and here. So what I can do is, so I'm just going to do a B prime. So this B prime move also pushes this corner in, so it attaches, so it makes a pair here, which can be preserved. So I'm doing a B prime, and R, and then, yeah, like I can, like, yeah, like I'm doing a B prime, so not R, R prime. And then I do a D2, so to make room for these two pieces, so F, R2, and then the cross is solved. And now I can insert this pair into the back. And as I solve this pair into the back, I solve these two. So I'm just gonna insert this, and then I solve this pair. So normally I would solve this pair into the back, and then go for this. Sledgehammer to force edges, and Olo, and then A prime. Alright, so yeah, this was the final video of example solves for color neutrality. Next one, I'm gonna go for white yellow, and then for white only. So yeah, if you're still tuning in to this series, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure sharing some of my thoughts, and just how you can improve your solving in general. So Yeah, stay tuned for more example solve videos. The next one is gonna be for white and yellow. So, yeah, yep. Stay tuned.